What's going on with hypnotism? On one hand, I've heard it's real, and I've seen some incredible videos of people like forgetting their own names under hypnosis.
What's your name?
But on the other hand, if it is real, I feel like we're all very
Oh yeah, that text at the bottom of the screen made it super convincing. At first, I'm looking at her and I'm going like, I don't think she forgot her own name. But then the text shows up and goes, she forgot her own name. Wow. They got me.
their own names under hypnosis.
What's your name?
But on the other hand, if it is
She forgot her name.
real, I feel like we're all very nonchalant about that fact. Like, there are just people out there that can take over your mind for a little bit. How does that work? I especially want to know, what's it like to be the person getting hypnotized? Give me an interview with the person who just forgot their own name. What happened to you? Anyways, I'm going to try to get hypnotized like 3 different ways to find out if hypnosis is real and what it feels like. Y'all want to come? Good, because I actually already did the first one. I found this YouTube video called Can I Hypnotize You in 30 Seconds? And I thought, that sounds quick to do. So I just did it right before I filmed this intro.
Have you ever wondered, could I be hypnotized? Am I the sort of person that's susceptible to mind control? Well, it's not mind control, it's just thinking about things. And sometimes the things we think about are the things that happen. So if you want to try something, all you need to do is get your hands, put your hands together like this, and clasp
That doesn't really sound... Yeah, okay.
them together like that. Now take your index fingers and put them parallel and just focus your eyes on that gap between the 2 fingers. Just focus your eyes really strongly on the gap, and as you do that, imagine that the ends of your fingers are like magnets, and the magnets are getting stronger and stronger with every second, and the more that you imagine that the magnets are pulling your fingers together, the stronger they become until your fingers can get closer and closer. And if they are moving, if they're closing together,
That's weird.
that can show you how susceptible you are. If they're not moving, maybe that's because you're trying really hard to make it not.
No, they're already together.
Keep imagining that those magnets are pulling them together.
They already are together. All right, well, I guess that worked. I don't know, is that hypnotism? Is that what hypnotism is? It kind of just
Are we participating in collective hypnosis exercise? Yes.
felt like my fingers just wanted to be together. Like when you hold them like this, they naturally do that. Do they just naturally do that? No, I guess I can hold them like this just fine. Okay, well, dang, maybe I got hypnotized that quick. The second type of hypnosis is hypnotherapy. I always kind of just assumed hypnosis was fake until I talked to a family member who said they got hypnotized to stop smoking. But apparently there are hypnotherapists all over the place who are more than happy to hypnotize you for a wide variety of things, like addiction, phobias, throat lump issues. Bad karma won't go away. These are real ones from actual hypnotherapist websites. As for myself, I'm hoping to get hypnotized to cure my
what? Please, what?
These are real ones from actual hypnotherapist websites. As for myself, I'm hoping to get hypnotized to cure my lifelong battle with my nails. I've bitten my nails as long as
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's just like your tendons, but yeah. No chance he forgets his name.
I can remember. I hate it. Laura hates it. I bite my nail so much I chip my tooth. So hopefully this guy can fix it, or at least replace it with like a healthier habit like smoking. I really want this to work, so I've intentionally like not looked up much about hypnotherapy, because my instincts tell me it's one of those things that you have to like fully buy into, and I don't want to read something that makes me doubt it. So the only thing I know right now is that I'm going to be paying $450 over 2 sessions to get hypnotized via Zoom.
That seems like a lot.
Okay, so for privacy reasons, I can't actually show the hypnotist in the video or play his voice, but I'm going to describe best I can what happened in this call. To my surprise, he kind
Oh no, if he describes a hypnotism to us, are we susceptible, guys? He's gonna hypnotize everybody.
of spent the first few minutes just giving me basic nail biting advice that has nothing to do with hypnosis. He recommended I get a nail file, pick 1 day a week that's my nail care day. He also said I should meditate because that would help with stress and reduce my nail biting on its own. And he taught me a self-hypnosis that I can do anytime I feel the urge to bite my nails from here on out. And then the last thing he told me before he started hypnotizing was that he highly recommends I listen to the recording of our hypnosis session every night before I go to sleep. And with that, it was time to be hypnotized. For this portion, he actually hung up the Zoom call and then called me on a regular phone call. I don't know if he just like didn't want the visual distraction of him on the screen or if he wanted to like put on pajamas or something. He started by trying to get me as relaxed as possible, focusing on different areas of my body from head to toe and imagining that they were getting heavier and heavier to the point where my body felt like it was sinking into the couch. And I'm guessing this is the point where I'm supposed to be like fully in a hypnotic state, because from here on out, he basically tells me this kind of inspirational, energizing story that's gonna change my mindset around my nails. I followed his instructions, imagining my body dematerializing an array of light that shines around me, protecting my teeth and my nails. And I rode the ray of light to a peaceful beach, where I laid with a different version of myself lying on either side.
Yeah, I mean, is this hypnotism? This feels like mindfulness, but I guess maybe that's part, I don't know.
Of me. On my left was the version of myself who bites my nails. On the right was a calm, cool, and confident version of myself with absolutely pristine nails. This was all a very peaceful and relaxing experience. I never did worry that somebody else had control over my mind, but I did have doubts as to whether I was really being hypnotized. It was a pretty long time that my eyes were closed, and I had a hard time paying attention for that long, so I'd catch myself thinking about other stuff, and then I'd be like, oh no, this is gonna ruin the hypnotism. And there were a few—
Yeah, this is like guided meditation, right? Is that what hypnotism is? I guess it is. Yeah. It's whatever it needs to be.
few times the hypnotist did this alarming thing where he would just whisper a command like this. He'd be like, and now you're going to stop biting your nails. Anyway, all I had to do from here— I'm fucking cured, man. That
Because they called it what it actually is, and they couldn't call it hypnotism, which means it isn't irresistible. Yeah.
night, I tucked myself into bed and listened to the hypnosis recording as instructed, which did feel a little silly given that the session had only ended like 30 minutes ago, but hey, maybe getting hypnotized back to back will make the effects even stronger. Again, I did feel very relaxed during this recording, but I still didn't know if I could say I was hypnotized.
Good night.
The next morning, however, I did notice that I wasn't really biting my nails or really even looking at them. Maybe it was just in my head, but they looked hard, like actually unpleasant to bite. Was I really hypnotized last night, or was I just discovering the placebo effect?
I don't even care.
I squealed with delight and got to work, filming for a different video.
What would be the difference between... What would be the difference? You know what?
I'm working on right now, enjoying my new non-nail biting self. Oh wait, what the hell?
Did I just bite my nail? Damn it. Well, good thing I was filming when I did it. Shit, I bit my nail. Damn. Well, that's obviously not great. Man, I was really optimistic this morning that it actually worked and I was hypnotized, but then I stopped paying attention for 1 second, and I'm not just having the urge to bite my nails, but I already bit it? How am I supposed to stop biting my nails if my body just does it without even asking first? I'm worried now. I feel like I was just living an illusion this morning, and none of it worked. I just pulled the bottom card out of a house of cards and the whole thing just tumbled over. Maybe I am a nail biter and I always will be. And on top of that, I'm dumb for spending $250 on this. And on top of that, I'm ugly. It doesn't have to do with my nail biting. I just feel really down on myself right now. I did do the self-hypnosis that he taught me right afterwards. Again, still not exactly sure that that's hypnotizing me. I'm gonna continue doing everything I was supposed to do, listening to the recording, doing the self-hypnosis as needed, and meditating, and hopefully...
Painting your nails. I've also heard, like, there's, like, iodine. And put on your fingers.
This was just a glitch, and everything's gonna be fine. To my surprise, something did seem to change after this. The next few days, I did have a few instances where I lifted my hand to my mouth just out of muscle memory, but I caught myself right away, and after day 4, I wasn't doing it at all. I was listening to the recording every night, following the hypnotist's advice and taking good care of my nails, and they were actually almost starting to look
normal. I had my second session with the hypnotist, which ran me another $200. Luckily, this portion of the video is sponsored by SoFi, who's here to keep us all on top of our finances. The hypnotist checked in on my progress. He said I was doing great, in fact, better than most people he works with at this stage, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good sign. During the hypnotism, I had trouble concentrating again. I guess I just couldn't stop thinking about how SoFi is the ultimate finance app that helps you bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Not to mention, they've just launched SoFi Plus, America's most rewarding financial membership, all in one app. This time, the hypnotist led me through a story where I was attending a meditation retreat led by the Dalai Lama in Central Park. That sounds expensive. I must have been using SoFi Plus. You see, you can unlock more than $1,000 in value with qualifying activities in banking, spending, investing, and more, with exclusive perks that help you over time. That includes unlimited access to SoFi's wealth financial planners who help you make a plan and stick to it. Plus, members with a new or existing SoFi checking and savings account also unlock up to 3.8% APY on bank savings balances. That means you're earning 9 times the average national rate on your savings. At that rate, you'll earn more interest in
Was Mint an actual bank? I don't think. Mint just stole all your data.
7 weeks than you would in 1 year in
Not stole, but, just took all of your... I mean, it's just so clearly just getting data, right? Like...
big bank savings account. That's why SoFi Plus isn't just smart, it's how you make good choices. So head on over to SoFi.com/Danny, scan this QR code, or click the link in the description to learn more about how you can get your money right with SoFi Plus. Thanks to SoFi for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out.
They didn't steal it, you gave it to them willingly, so they'd aggregate it for you. True. But then what did they do with it?
SoFi. After 7 days, I was doing so well, I decided I could stop meditating and listening to
But then they stole it.
the recording every night. I mean, it kind of seemed like I was done biting my nails. Surely I didn't even need those anymore, right? You guys, it's been 30 days and I haven't bitten my nails once since that first time.
Nice.
Peekaboo! Kind of a crazy way to reveal my nails. Look, now, just because I stopped biting my nails, does that 100% mean that I for sure got hypnotized? No, honestly, no, I don't think it does. Honestly, I think it's possible that I was hypnotized, but I'm leaning towards, I don't think so. Honestly, I kind of feel
I still don't even know what that means. Like if you with a therapist got did mindfulness exercises to stop biting your nails and it worked, is that hypnotism? I don't know. It sounds like you just got a couple therapy sessions and did some stuff and you stopped biting your nails, which I think he's admitting right now. So yeah, he just was mindful about the bad habit, utilized some strategies to get rid of that habit, and successfully was able to get rid of the bad habit. So that's it. That's the thing. Is that hypnosis? Okay, sure. Then I guess hypnosis works. I don't know what else. I don't know what to say. I'm not even knocking the therapist. Clearly, the therapist helps him. It's just it's. I don't know what mindfulness is, and I refuse to learn. Just think about a bad habit a lot until I stop doing it. Yeah.
like it was all the other advice on top of listening to that very inspirational, albeit non-hypnotizing recording every night that actually made the difference. At the end of the day, maybe I didn't need to get hypnotized to stop biting my nails. Maybe I had it in me all along, which is kind of inspirational and also makes me feel like shit in a way, because then it's like, why didn't I just do this earlier? Regardless, I am still open to the possibility that I was in fact hypnotized. I feel like if I can get hypnotized by the stage hypnotist, then I'll know for sure what being hypnotized feels like, and then I'll know for sure if I was hypnotized back then too.
Hypnosis is a state of focus without much awareness of peripheral noise. You're concentrated on one thing and the world kind of slips away.
This is stage hypnotist Chris Jones. He's been on America's Got Talent. He's performed all over the world for over a decade. So if anyone's going to be able to hypnotize me, it better be this guy. Also, the GoPro on my head died the second we started getting hypnotized, so don't get your hopes up for any shots from this camera. All right, fine, you can have this one, but that's it. Chris suggested that this would be a lot more fun with a group, so I got some friends together and we all sat down for a night of hypnotism.
I want to know your opinions, and don't worry about hurting my feelings at all. I want to know if you think hypnosis is real, shenanigans, you need more evidence.
Yeah, I believe it's real.
I don't like saying this in front of you, like a harder wall for myself, because I feel like that's a challenge and that makes me like kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would say I think it is probably real sometimes.
I think in general I'm pretty skeptical of like supernatural stuff, but I don't know, I really do kind of believe hypnotism.
I really
what
want
is it?
to be hypnotized.
What is it? I still don't understand what it actually, like, what is the definition? What does it being real mean?
But I feel like maybe it won't work on me. But I hope it does.
Before we got started, Chris allowed some time for us to ask him questions about what was about to happen. Like whether all of us would get hypnotized or just some of us.
I've done this in 50 states and 10 countries. I can hypnotize 25% of
Eddie looks familiar. Is he online? Yeah, that's Eddie Burback. Another YouTuber.
any given audience. So 1 or 2 people are gonna get hypnotized today. And it might be the camera person. I don't know. I really, honest to goodness, don't know.
We also asked if he could tell if someone was really hypnotized or just faking it.
When your head is up, we can tell. People hypnotized look like they've had a few drinks, or they're gonna look like they've been riding a car with Scooby-Doo and Willie Nelson for a couple hours. They're gonna look real relaxed, okay?
For a second I was like, so like they look like Scrappy?
We also noted that Brian seemed to be the one who believed in hypnosis the most, and he was also maybe the most nervous about what was going to happen.
Well, what are you gonna do to me?
That's a good other question. Like, what are you gonna do to me if I get hypnotized? Honest to goodness, I don't know. I'm gonna put my hand over all of you and tell you who I think is most likely to get hypnotized. I'm pointing in the direction of the person who I think is most likely to get hypnotized. Now, you won't see the induction often on TV or podcasts or even movies, because this next part, if you watch it in its entirety, it could hypnotize people. So they're gonna cut it up a little bit. So folks at home, don't get hypnotized.
Don't get
while driving a car.
hypnotized. Yeah.
So you put your hands together for me like this.
The induction lasted a few minutes, and just like the hypnotherapy, it seemed to involve getting us really relaxed.
So there's different strategies getting someone hypnotized. I have you focus on my voice and your breathing. So take a gentle breath in.
And it seemed to rely really heavily on using our
Induction. Oh no, a science word. A wizard.
imagination. Like he had us imagine that our fingers were pulling together with magnets.
And you can whisper the words to yourself or out loud. The word is magnets. 1, 2, 3, magnets. And then I see who's the best candidate. The best personality, people who have a great imagination. Imagine I put a 10-pound brick into that empty palm. So your palm just starts to get more heavy. And then I make them drop and sleep all the way down, every muscle and every nerve. Allow your eyes to open. Take another deep breath in, slowly, gently, 1, 2, and 3, eyes open. Yes, so we understand. You can see like a before and after. You see their faces getting a little bit of that drunky or like stony look to them. Brian, of course. Yeah. What's happening? What are you feeling? Tell us your wife, because you are a great candidate for hypnosis. I can totally tell. You are there. Danny's there as well. I just want you all to interact in a moment, but what are you feeling right now?
I'm just hanging out with the crew.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever.
Is there anything that he could do or wouldn't do that'd be like, holy cannoli, this, my husband, my partner for life, is in a different headspace?
Jeez. I don't know. I was hoping this wasn't going to happen. I wouldn't be put on a spot like this. I don't know. What would he not do?
For whatever reason, we couldn't seem to come up with a single thing that Brian would never do off the top of our heads. I guess that's
really?
just a testament to what an insane dude Brian is. Whatever the reason, all this uncertainty seemed to pull Brian out of his hypnotic trance. So Chris quickly moved on to his next target.
Thank you, Brian, of course, and sleep. Relax and let go from the top of your head to the very, very bottom. Your feet relax, every muscle and every nerve and every fiber in your body.
You don't want to hypnotize someone as powerful as Eddie. The hypnosis might bounce back. Make the hypnosis fall asleep. Yeah. It's because Eddie's a twin.
In a
There's
moment,
twin powers.
I want you to picture and feel in your mind's eye that you again are holding on to a helium balloon. So make that right fist strong now. Make a fist and let that balloon tie after your wrist, pull higher and higher towards the ceiling, and it's gonna extend now. Let that entire arm extend up towards the ceiling. Focus on nothingness but that feeling of lightness now. 3 numbers, you're gonna open your eyes, but your arm is stuck, cemented, cast iron in that position. You can't get your arm down. That's just the crazy shit. That's just how it's gonna work for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Your arm is stuck until I unstuck it. Eyes open. So this again is the hypnotic state. Everyone experiences it in different forms, shapes. What's on your mind? Please, the show is ours. The show is ours.
This is interesting. I'm not sure if I'm hypnotized. I don't think I am.
Yeah.
But at any point, I wouldn't be
No, see, like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like it relies on, like, everybody talking, but, like, no one wants to be like, no, I'm not. And then it just gets, like, mystical. I don't know, man. Like, this, whatever. I don't care. Maybe I'm hypnotized right now. I still don't have a definition. Yeah. What does it even mean? What does it mean? It doesn't mean, what does it mean?
I mean, 'cause I was really trying to go along with it and, like, you know, do as much, like, mental imaging things. And I was like, he's not focusing on me for a reason.
And it will all make sense in the end. Yes. Question?
Can you put your hand down, or is it?
I think so. It did feel stuck for a little bit. It does feel like it wants to be up.
Not going down.
Yeah. Well, it did just now, right? Is that okay? It's like-
And I can't help but notice what we can all see clearly. That arm is back up there.
That's like the resting position for you right now. That's not.
Yeah, that's how his arm always is.
That's how my arm always is.
Point one finger on that hand. When that finger touches you on the face, and it will, you're gonna go back to that state of deep relaxation again. Cool. This is a text message, all right? All right, you can share that with your husband.
Go to sleep, Brian.
Great. Sometimes you get some folks. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Danny, wide awake. Hey, your homeboy has a text for you. You can just read that.
Go to sleep, Danny. I will go to sleep. Okay, clearly the dynamic changed here a little bit, and I'm still not exactly sure what happened, but somehow both Brian and I got snapped out of whatever might have been going on. But just when Danny from right after the hypnotist left.
I'm curious, did it seem like I was hypnotized?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit.
Because I feel like I don't really think I was.
Really?
Naturally, what followed was about 20 minutes of the rest of the group trying to convince me that I was in fact hypnotized.
Physically, I was shocked with how much you guys collapsed.
You two did definitely have like a very
Yeah.
glassy.
It almost feels like I'm gaslighting you about you being hypnotized. Like for somebody to come up and be like, sleep, and then you collapse is like such a suggestible state that is not your own.
Also,
Am I just a little bitch that'll do anything?
No, I think it probably is like power of suggestion. Like your mind is powerful. So like, but again, like what does it mean? What does that mean? What does it mean to be hypnotized? I still don't know. Can people do things to manipulate your brain to make you do weird stuff? Probably. Like, I think just the strangeness of the setting and the fact that you're trusting the person there means that, yeah. I guess maybe a definition would be like the effects of like the same effects of like scopolamine, you know, where like you're basically just like more willing to do things or whatever. That's kind of terrifying.
Anyone tells me. I can't believe it, but I genuinely didn't realize I was hypnotized until the next day when I watched the footage and realized how out of it I was. Okay, okay. No, maybe I see a little bit of what he was talking about there. I do look a little bit out of it, actually. I guess in the end, hypnotism is real, but it doesn't feel
Like if he's telling you to like, okay, drop down, go to sleep, wake up, think about this, look at what are you thinking about? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, I guess you can like. It's like how people have visions when they meditate. I feel like, I don't know. It still just feels like meditation, but like manipulated, not guided, manipulated.
at all how I thought it would. It kind of just felt like I was very relaxed, maybe even a little bit tipsy or like dazed. It honestly felt kind
Yeah,
of
you're just like relaxed and in like a very like suggestible state, you know? Much like when people are drugged. So it's kind of, it's, I don't know, man.
good, and I think you can tell I was a little extra giggly. Hey, look, it says all those things on Google, too. That's crazy. I didn't have to make this video at all. Now that I know what it's supposed to feel like, I guess I could say it's possible that I really did get hypnotized to stop biting my nails, too. I just didn't understand what it was supposed to feel like. But I still don't know that I recommend it for the $450 I ended up paying, especially when there's a bunch of free hypnosis sessions on YouTube you could probably just try. Damn, I can't believe I'll never bite my nails again. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hello, princess. Sorry, don't start it off like that.
Hello, princess.
So if you're like me and you've gone through many HGTV phases, I can't name any of the shows that I've watched because it's all just the same people over and over again. Sorry, is that racist? I can't tell any of them apart. I'm sorry. But god damn it, I love all
Isn't it? It's anti-Canadian. It's okay. Right? Aren't all the HGTV people Canadian?
those shows, okay? I love all of them. There is one with this couple... No. They're brother and sister. Sorry, it's either brother and sister or a couple. I love it. I think it was like called like Farmhouse Uplift Farmhouse. They're Canadian. There's this one scene where Billy is literally cutting wood while it's like fucking blizzarding outside, and it's insane and it's awesome. Anyway, there's this one viral show from 1997 that's been kind of going viral on TikTok lately of these two ladies. They're wearing matching overalls. It screams 1997. And oh my god, they make the most insane choices you could possibly imagine. For example, you know how some people get like eyebrows tattooed on? Well, think of that, but for a rug. So they paint the rug on the floor, and now it's not going anywhere. So that's one of the problems solved. I can't think of any more issues with that. So my friend Pinely held me hostage when I was in England, and we did a video on that together, reviewing some of those clips of these two ladies. I just was really inspired to come take a look myself at this. And also, I had a really crazy trip. Secondly, my last video was too much thinking. And thirdly, I got home to a broken microwave. I didn't break it. So my week has been crazy. We're gonna do something a little more chill this week. Okay? So this show is called Decorating Scents, and it did air on HGTV. It's been going viral, and one of the ladies from it got interviewed, and she said something along the lines of, oh, it's an honor to go viral. It was gonna air no matter what, so even if it looked kind of bad, oh well. And you know what? I love that philosophy. I think we can all take a little bit of that philosophy in our daily life. Not everything has to be so perfect. Not everything has to be so perfect and polished. Isn't that right? Can you tell this video wasn't scripted? I can. Alright, so the premise of the show is they're gonna redecorate this person's home who has 6 little girls for under $500, adjusted for inflation. I don't know. Brayden, may you please? I'm holding the number in my hand. That's $500 in today's money. So the whole thing, decorating scents. They're doing it on a budget.
And we're gonna do all of this for under $500.
Let's figure out how far we can stretch this $500.
Yes, you heard me right. 6 little girls live in this house, ages 11 to 1. Good. They are such cute kids.
Yeah, they're really a great family.
I know this isn't related to the show whatsoever, but whenever I was a kid and I walked into one of my friends' homes and they had this on the wall, first of all, this looks like all of them died. Is that just me? Is it just me? This is a little off-putting.
This room is off to a good start, but it's a bit too cavernous and masculine for a family with 6 girls. This room isn't very functional or fun, and fun is what we're all about on this show, so we began our fun right here in the kitchen with decorative paint.
The pacing of this show is really weird, first of all. I'd only seen clips on TikTok, but the pacing of it is so strange already. All right, so these ladies love paint. If there's anything they love doing, it's making permanent damage on a budget.
Freehand cursive, all the names of the daughters on the soffits. These are the 2 colors we'll be working with, burnt sienna and leaf green.
Those are my favorite Pokemon games!
And then painted it leaf green by tracing over our line drawing. A stiff bristle brush as this works best.
Please tell me they're gonna smooth out those lines, right? Right, guys? They're not just gonna leave it like that, are they?
Then we stamped oversized copper leaves in between each girl's name.
Wow, so every episode is like this, huh? Does that look like a leaf to you? I feel like ancient aliens are gonna recover this house in 500 years' time. The show will still be going on, of course. Season 500, who knows? And they're gonna look at this and be like, I think our ancestors painted what they saw, which is aliens. Wait, so they're painting all of the daughters' names on the wall in the kitchen? I know this is low-hanging fruit, but why? Hey, it's gonna be a quick why. Huh? Do they do that?
I think to get just the design that you want in this kind of a size can be hard to find and can also be expensive. So we
Modern day cave art, yeah.
decided to try making our own, and we used a real oak leaf.
Found the perfect leaf after hours of searching.
This is the leaf you came up with after hours of searching? Listen, not to flex, but hold on. So here's a leaf I came up with after like 10 minutes of searching. Take a look at that. Just a small flex. This is from 2024. Hang on, I thought this one was also really cool. Check it out, my leaf. Here's another one. I really think I did a good job. This is like the perfect representation of Canada. I just don't think that's the best oak leaf they could have come up with. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to flex, but I'm pretty good at picking out leaves. And I'm just saying they could have done better.
We'll use the term window treatment loosely in the kitchen. Because we want the light to pour in through the windows, we'll add an outdoor decorative touch. We wound honeysuckle vine and real oak leaves over the window frame.
Okay, no, hold on. I like that one. I think that's cool as shit. I don't know, there's something just about having nature inside the house that I really fuck with. That's kind of my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. When you have like leaves inside the house, it just adds a little something. I think they're onto something here. I really like it.
This window treatment simply enhances this area and warms it up without blocking the lovely view to the outside.
Wait, $38? Why did that cost $38? You're just picking up sticks and leaves from outside. I've noticed that about this show, at least in the clips that I've seen. The things they choose to spend money on are kind of bamboozling to me. Like in the collab I did with Evil Pinely, they had like a rug that was literally like a plastic tarp, and they painted on it and it looked like a toddler had done it, and that was $90. They could have just bought a real rug for that money that looked so much better. So I don't understand why this is $38.
The kitchen is either all lit up or dark. So to cozy up this space, especially at night, we placed 2 inexpensive lamps on the sides of the sink.
They were adamant about using the oak stencil again. We need to put a leaf print on this, please. Or else what's the point? If I'm just putting stuff in the place, then like, is that really decorating? You need to customize it.
One more similar lamp was added here on the second sink for more coziness. Notice how we continued our leaf motif by tracing around a real leaf on the shade and then outlining it. We draped and swagged and draped until we got just the right amount of droop on each window. And the finishing touch on these windows? Small nosegays of oak leaves and acorns.
All right, you know what? I kind of dig the nosegays. Hey, do you... No, I can't think of a joke. Hey, do you nosegays? If anyone can come up with a funnier joke for the nosegays, let me know. You know what makes more sense than anything on this show? Beyond Meat. I'm not here to convert you to veganism, it's not my religion, but I do often enjoy eating plant-based meat. Honestly, I stopped eating red meat because it hurts my stomach, but when I'm craving a burger or anything of the sort, I love using Beyond Meat, so that's why I'm really excited to have them sponsor today's video. I feel like there's a misconception with plant-based meat being unhealthy or overly processed, but Beyond is made with clean, simple ingredients like peas, red lentils, and avocado oil through a simple process like making pasta. The process is closer to how pasta is made through a simple process of heating, cooling, and pressure, and that's to texturize plant proteins so they mimic animal muscle fibers, like how tempeh is made. The new Beyond Burger has 21 grams of protein and uses avocado oil for healthy fats. It has no cholesterol, antibiotics, or hormones, so it's a satisfying.
It's been a while since I've had it, but I can't remember if I like Beyond or Impossible. I think it's Impossible is the one I like, but it's been a while. They're not bad.
Satisfying and health-forward swap that works for me and may work for you too to include on your next grocery list. Thank you Beyond Meat for sponsoring this video, and thank you for not ruining my walls with paint. Back to ruining walls with paint.
We replaced
Impossible's just slightly tastier in my opinion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Impossible's the one that I like more.
the artificial flowers in the homeowner's vase with more oak leaves and cattails to tie in our new theme.
Hot dogs. You guys ever have those? Cattails around? I don't know why they made them look so edible. They just look like corn dogs. Or do you think, no. Cattails probably came first. We modeled the corn dogs after the cattails. But then here's what happens in society. Society now looks at the cattails and they're like, I should eat that. When you really shouldn't. So it's really whoever invented corn dogs. A lot of permanent psychological damage. So it's kind of like the type plan that they look at cattails. But then it's also like, okay.
It's so perfect that it's like 1 in the morning and I'm high right now and just being like, this is great. Just keep rambling, Gabby. I love it.
Like, hey, don't do that. Them look so yummy. Then I wouldn't have wanted to eat them. You know?
Yeah, totally. I definitely do. Whoa. I think she just hypnotized me, guys.
This handmade G toy box doubles as a great window seat, and the safety hinged lid makes cleanup duty a snap.
You know what? This is awesome. I'm gonna say it. This is awesome. We need to give credit where credit's due. There's just something about me that really loves a good, seating that doubles as storage. It just always does something for me. Also, I still don't know why they're so adamant.
I gotta tell you, the thing I do not like about that, I do not like that color of wood. That light. And also everything is that color. Why is everything this color? I really don't like that. The floors are fine, but I just don't like how everything else, including the cabinets and everything. I think it looks probably fine. Again, it's not really the floor that bothers me. It's just but everything else is a similar color of wood. The kitchen really bugged me the kitchen I thought was really ugly. Like this. Ugh. This might be a bathroom, but
With the help of interior floral decorator Melissa Kinney, we began updating the wreath by removing the fruit. Then we wired honeysuckle and glued and tucked in oak leaves. Mission accomplished. An 80s wreath brought into the 90s.
That's just crazy to hear. Also, it looks so much worse. Wait, hold on. It looks like the swamp people from Avatar made this. It looks like a you know what? Yeah, it's an 80s wreath brought into the 90s. You're right.
All that's left, a few finishing touches.
God, that seems like a fire hazard. Even if these leaves are plastic, this still seems like a fire hazard. Hold on. They're just gonna gloss by? This mirror is $40. See, this is what I mean about like the money allocation here. I'm about to go Dave Ramsey on these people.
I've learned from him.
And the frames, picture frames, $49. Like, if you're interior decorating, $50 for picture frames is not really going to be like, wow, money well spent here. Right, guys? And what is that, $49 in today money? Hold on, holding space. It's that much.
It's like twice as much, but like, there were a lot of frames there. I could imagine them being nicer wooden frames, but yeah, like, why are you spending that much? I don't know. I wasn't around in the 90s. Well, I mean, I was, but I don't remember it.
Much? That's a lot. You can go to the thrift store, find picture frames for like $2. $50 lamp? Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure I saw that one at Goodwill the other day. See, like all three of those other lamps that they showed earlier, all three of those were $48. And this one lamp that looks like they found it at a Goodwill, maybe since I'm looking into the past, maybe it does end up there. This one is $50. Who's doing the budgeting?
Okay, I'm gonna try this. We have Jane, Anne, Laura, Grace, Rose, Mom Diane, Dad John, and Melissa's at camp. So I'm sorry she couldn't be here.
Dad John.
But I got it right, right?
Yeah, that's right. Very good.
So what do you guys think of your new rooms?
Were more people blonde in the 90s too? Like, where did all these blonde people come from? I've never seen this many blonde people in one place. That man is blonde. Slightly more white supremacy. They're spending a lot of money on breakable items in a house full of kids. I gotta be honest. Gun to my head, I'd say, if they're not telling you where they got the lamps and stuff they bought, then they're making it up. Right? I mean, I guess this is before HGTV was just about selling stuff to people. But like, it's not practical either. Is it? It's all, man, that seems reasonable, right? I mean, it's just like, if this were made today, every single item they buy would be an accurate price and there'd be a QR code of where to go get it, right? Back then, it's like, I don't know, I guess they were trying to make an entertaining show, but it's not practical at all because, like, how? Like, accurate in the sense that they have an e-shop where you buy it for that much. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, well, I mean, there are some people who will do it not sponsored, but yeah, like mostly it is sponsored by someone and they're telling you where they got the stuff and how much it's for, how much they got it for because it's being advertised to you. Yes. In this particular case, though, I actually think the advertising to you during the show is a little better than this because this just seems useless. Like, what's the point of this at all? Right? They're not doing it on a budget. We don't know where they're getting any of the stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is weird to think about.
Love it.
Yeah. Just nice little touches, I think, that really warmed the space up.
They seem like they really like it. I love the idea of doing this, like, irreversible damage to the home and then sitting them down and asking them in front of the camera, so, do you love it? Yeah, we love it. Keep the touch-up paint, because we're gonna have to fucking do more work later to fix what they did.
We spent $4.99.
$499. You guys enjoy that, okay?
We will.
Okay.
They do not look happy, man. What?
We will. Thanks. Yeah. Fuck. I really hope that wasn't their money. It probably was.
That's right. This room in its before stage didn't reflect the charming
Like, when you'd see something like this, it would either be, like, all sponsored, right? Or it would be a legitimately, you know, useful video of someone who's like explicitly not taking sponsorships, right? There are people like that. But this, it doesn't have either of them. It just seems completely useless. They're not advertising anything, but they're also not independently, you know, giving you good information. It's literally just a, look, we changed the way this house looks. We spent $500. Trust us. So, okay. Like, who thought this was an interesting idea for a show? I don't know.
personalities of the family or address the children's toy storage problem. Now it's fun, cozy, and highly functional. A place where all members of the family can play,
It's very underwhelming.
relax, or watch movies together.
Watch movies together where? There's no TV in this fucking room.
I'm pretty sure it's in that cabinet.
Also, I love how they said that this room is now functional as if it wasn't before, because they didn't add any furniture or anything to actually make it more functional. It's just, hey, let's put some leaves here. Okay, done. We spent $499. You're welcome. Don't need to thank me. Like, I do kind of like.
I don't like this kitchen. The rest of the house wasn't as bad, but I hate this. I hate this color of the cabinets here. The cabinets match the floor. Like, I just don't like that.
Like the warmth that they did
I'll be right
add,
back.
I guess, minus the oak leaf stamps and the names on the wall.
A room for all seasons.
All right, the next part of this episode is an interior redesign, which I thought that was the first part of the episode, so now I don't know.
Buying a new home can be very exciting, but how do you furnish your new home without spending a fortune? Well, we brought in interior rearrangers Marie Kinneman and Wendy Leppert, members of the Interior Arrangement and Design Association, to show us how to use your old furniture in a fresh, new way.
Dude, I better be getting some feng shui psychology in this. I better be getting feng shui centered design here. When I look at these three ladies, they scream feng shui.
Here's something you don't see very often: two identical chairs side by side.
Adding the second green chair that matches this one adds extra seating for the TV viewer, as well as making a love seat.
Something is not quite right.
I can tell you what's not quite right about this. You know, that's interesting. I'm not sure about these angles. I know a lot about angles. You know, obtuse, acute, perpendicular, right angle. But this is kind of doing all sorts of math in my head that I'm not really sure what to make of it.
Here's a neat idea. The redesigners found this beautiful bench in the homeowner's yard. By placing it in front of the sofa, they have created a very unusual coffee table.
Hold on. Okay, so they found this bench in their yard. Perhaps it is a yard item, even. Perhaps it's a concrete bench that they've now used as definitely an unusual coffee table. Why? We got the beige couch, pink rug, blue two sofa chairs right next to each other, and a red armchair on the other side of that. What is happening?
And now here's the finished makeover.
Wait, yeah, okay, this was my issue with angling the couch, because look, now when you come up here, because, you know, we're looking at this over the railing, you come over here, right? You cannot pass through this area. And then you're stuck with this really awkward nook over here. What is happening? What kind of feng shui? This is anti-feng shui. If I was the fucking HOA in Animal Crossing, this would get like 100 points total. This is like trying to trigger the feng shui demon. This is a Dutch angle, but for interior design. How to make your guests feel uncomfortable in your space. If feng shui was Jesus, this is the Judas of feng shui. I'm trying so hard to explain how anti-feng shui this is.
And this beautiful centerpiece becomes a focal point of the room.
Dude, can you imagine fucking stubbing your toe on a concrete slab in the middle of your living room? Ow. It's probably so terrible to like put your feet up on or even touch because it's a yard item. You're gonna scrape your skin on that thing.
We were able to maximize the space for TV viewing, entertaining.
Okay, this is the second time they've talked about TV viewing in the space in which there is no TV. Are they hiding it? Is it in that cabinet? Also,
Wait, I want to see what I missed.
Room for all seasons.
Alright, the next part of this episode is an interior redesign, which I thought that was the first part of the episode, so now I don't know.
Buying a new home can be very exciting, but how do you furnish your new home without spending a fortune? Well, we brought in interior rearrangers Marie Kinneman and Wendy Leppert, members of the Interior Arrangement and Design Association, to show us how to use your old furniture in a fresh, new way.
Dude, I better be getting some feng shui psychology in this. I better be getting feng shui centered design here. When I look at these three ladies, they scream feng shui.
Here's something you don't see very often. 2 identical chairs side by side.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's so funny.
Adding the second green chair that matches this one adds extra seating for the TV viewer as well as making a love seat.
Yeah, how's that a love seat? And also, you're just like another chair. Okay. Cool.
Something is not quite right.
I can tell you what's not quite right about this. You know, that's interesting. I'm not sure about these angles. I know a lot about angles. You know, obtuse, acute, perpendicular, right angle. But this is kind of doing all sorts of math in my head that I'm not really sure what to make of it.
Here's a neat idea. The redesigners found this beautiful bench in the homeowner's yard. By placing it in front...
What? Why?
Of the sofa, they have created a very unusual coffee table.
Hold on. Okay, so they found...
I mean, that's true. That is an unusual coffee table. I think maybe it could also be a footstool.
this bench in their yard. Perhaps it is a yard item even. Perhaps it's a concrete bench that they've now used as definitely an unusual coffee table. Why? We got the beige couch, pink rug, blue 2 sofa chairs right next to each other, and a red armchair on the other side of that. What is happening?
And now here's the finished makeover.
Wait, yeah, okay, this was my issue with angling the couch, because look, now when you come up here, because, you know, we're looking at this over the railing, you come over here, right? You cannot pass through this area. And then you're stuck with this really awkward nook over here. What is happening? What kind of feng shui? This is anti-feng shui. If I was the fucking HOA in Animal Crossing, this would get like 100 points total. This is like trying to trigger the feng shui demon. This is a Dutch angle, but for interior design. How to make your guests feel uncomfortable in your space. If feng shui was Jesus, this is the Judas of feng shui. I'm trying so hard to explain how anti-feng shui this is.
And this beautiful centerpiece becomes a focal point of the room.
Dude, can you imagine fucking stubbing your toe on a concrete slab?
I know, right? God. Ouch. That couch gets moved back as soon as the TV people leave. Yeah, I know, right?
In the middle of your living room? ow. It's probably so terrible to like put your feet up on or even touch because it's a yard item. You're gonna scrape your skin on that thing.
We were able to maximize the space for TV viewing, entertaining.
Okay, this is the
Maximize the space, you.
second time they've talked about TV viewing in the space in which there is no TV. Are they hiding it? Is it in that cabinet?
Yes, it's in that cabinet. Gabi is just a little bit younger than me, and I don't think maybe she never had a TV cabinet like this. But yes, this is a TV cabinet. For some reason, yeah, TVs used to be the entire wall, and people used to like to be able to cover them up. But yes, we had a TV cabinet like this. The stereo was in here, and but also none of the seating actually faced the TV now.
Also, they kind of did the opposite of maximizing the space. They created a more less space, if you will, with that weird corner.
The home.
It's just, why is it all angled like it's all angled? It's clearly not the way the house was designed, right? Like that's why it's so strange. Like houses are designed for a certain like kind of setup. Not exactly or anything, but like, you know, clearly there's like this, the focal point of the room or whatever, and then this wall for a TV. But like it's so strangely angled. Like why would you angle it like this?
Homeowner could hardly believe it was the same room.
Yeah, I'm sure they couldn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're Canadian.
For questions or comments, please write to Decorating Sense, Box 50970, Knoxville, Tennessee 37950.
Dear Decorating Sense, I have some thoughts and concerns. All right, so that was season 5. That was 1998, and you know, 1998 might be a little too tame for what we're going for. So we're gonna take it all the way back to season 1 in 1997. So 1 year before. They did 5 seasons within a year, with it looks like roughly like 13 episodes a season. They were hard at work. I'm gonna say it.
I'm Joan Steffen, and today
It kind of explains why they're so lame. They had to do like 6 of them a day.
we are going inside this house to redo a kitchen for under $500. Golden,
Hi,
thank you so
Joan.
much. This is definitely a project fit for you.
I'm having a breakdown.
What are they going to do to this kitchen? Jesus Christ.
It's way too white for me. Took my cue from the client's chairs.
Okay, these chairs over
They
here.
have terrific chairs and great colors.
Wait, I kind of love this. I do love the chairs. And the clock on the wall is wild. I really wish we had stuff like that today. I can't wait for them to take it way too far.
And I'm going to paint them out fabulous colors.
Oh my God.
Lime green, turquoise, red, just to make you want to eat in this kitchen and stimulate your appetite. Just what we need.
I will definitely be stimulated. I can't say to eat, but I'll definitely be stimulated.
And I'm going to take these ceramic tiles and glue them randomly on the backsplash.
Oh, boy, would that be inexpensive and cute.
Cheap and colorful.
I love the idea that I'm gonna just do this randomly and it's gonna come out really good. Kind of like this video, if you really think about it. That's kind of how all of our best works are made, right? Randomly, spontaneously. You know, who am I to even judge this. God, I'm hungry.
Stimulate your appetite, just what you need. I'm hanging pictures.
You want to spell that for me? Are we talking?
I mean, I'm not gonna say this is like better than other Gabi videos, but like it's definitely just as good. So like maybe you don't need to script as much.
Pitchers. Pouring pictures.
She said that like Debbie Ryan saying like,
I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
I'm hanging pictures.
and she's like, you want to fucking explain what that means, dude? Pictures.
Now that thing, I'm not visualizing, so I'm going to just have to wait and see how it turns out. That'll be fun.
She still has no fucking idea, as do I not have a freaking clue. She's like, I guess I'll just have to wait and see what the hell you're doing. We didn't approve anything. We're just letting you have full reins on this. We have no clue. Like, what's gonna happen?
No one watches this shit anyway.
We found you on Craigslist.
And remember, we are doing this for under $500.
They didn't have the guitar guy yet for this, and it shows.
that includes the pay for these two ladies.
It's a little too calm in here.
The first thing on our list is paint. As Nancy said, she wanted to bring attention to the soffits, so she chose bright accent colors in red, lime green, and turquoise.
Dude, this is like the Maple Story soundtrack. I really dig this. I really love the vibe of relaxing, like, video game music behind them fucking destroying this kitchen with like the most overstimulating colors they could have possibly chosen. Lime green.
That makes you want to eat, for sure.
Literally juxtaposed right next to bright red. Wait, hold on. Bellow. 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 Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I like this blue color. By itself,
It's not that bad.
By itself, I like the blue. This is definitely stimulating. It's not stimulating me to eat, but I can only imagine it's gonna they're gonna go further with it.
Keep in mind, if you decide to use wallpaper in a kitchen, it must be able to stand up well to steam, grease, or in the case of my kitchen, smoke.
That was a good one. That was a good bit. Or in my case, the fucking smoke from when I burn everything in there.
Alternatively, you can also...
Oh, I thought it meant that she was a smoker. That's funny, though. Just like, yeah, I'm a terrible cook.
Also give ordinary wallpaper a coat of gloss polyurethane to make it more durable and long-lasting.
These people are obsessed with polyurethane, obsessed with it. And a lot of the clips I saw in the collab video, they were just putting polyurethane on everything. If you don't know, it's like an oil-based finish. I feel like we don't do that anymore. I feel like there's gotta be a reason for it. I genuinely don't know. That sounded like it was rhetorical. I literally have no idea.
Anyway, so I'm gonna take these different tiles and randomly put them up on the backsplash wherever the mood hits me.
Okay.
And I'm going
I feel like it's just already on stuff now. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not a material scientist.
to stay within the perimeters of the squares, and that's what's going to be. And then when this is all done, we'll have bursts of color.
I feel like this lady, even though she's, definitely creative, she gives me that energy of that lady who does like that magic, the rainbow sponge thing, where she does it and she's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
But this is exciting. Look at this color. Oh!
It's kind of the same energy. So like, honestly, I'm just here to be like, she's having a good time. At this point, I don't give a shit what the owner thinks. As long as she's having fun, I'm having fun too.
One by one, Nancy hung bright.
Wow. So that's what she meant by pictures. Literally obstructing the nice view outside with a blue
Actual yeah. Jeez.
plastic jug hanging from some beads. $75 for all these pictures that you're not gonna use. I feel like $75 for all this isn't very cheap. How many pictures does one kitchen need? I have one. I don't know about you, but I have one.
Is this not the most creative window treatment you have ever seen? This is so cute. You are good.
You.
It looks like stained glass.
It does.
It does? Where? It looks like stained glass. You just have to close your eyes and pretend that it's stained glass. You know what? As long as she's having fun. That's what I said.
It really has a fun, funky effect without being a curtain and a little bit of privacy.
I like how they say that it adds privacy when it's like I can't see you. There's a jar in the way. There's 5 jars in the way. It's too private. I can't see inside. It's like a big piece of stained glass.
We custom built this shadow box to display art, a message board, photos, utensils, and decorative objects.
Man, I kind of love that. I feel like this whole show has been like, wait, hold on, that's cool on its own. Also, I'm really overwhelmed. Also, I'm definitely stimulated. This kind of looks like it's inspired by that, like, it kind of looks like this from Pete Mondrian. Anyway, it kind of reminds me of that, and I kind of like it.
The rest, we wallpaper. The reason we hung such a bold piece on this large wall is because the kitchen needed an architectural accent to balance the room. Now the eye travels naturally from the window area to this section of the kitchen. And refrigerator magnets.
This feels like malicious compliance, like someone dared her to do something crazy.
What kitchen isn't complete without magnets arranged in a checkerboard pattern?
You're so right. No kitchen is complete without magnets. I do love magnets, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like
Only arranged in a checkerboard pattern. Sorry, a checkerboard pattern.
each episode, there's like one thing that's like, you know what, that's pretty cool. And then the rest of it is just, it's something. For the other one, it was the toy box chair thing next to the window, seating next to the window that doubled as a toy box. That one was pretty cool. I'm also into the magnets with the pictures in the middle.
I love it. I think it's a real success, and I'm happy with the color, and I think it did it. We did it. Thanks, honey.
Is it time to take a look at what we've accomplished? Yeah. Let's take another look.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I know I've been saying hear me out this whole time, but hear me out. I don't hate it. I think it's camp in a fun way. I know not everything camp is good, but I like how the vases match the colors they used. I'm kind of into it. I feel like I'm in a painting. You know that painting of that room? Hold on. Kind of reminds me of this painting by Van Gogh. I could not tell you why, if I'm being honest. Now looking at both of them, I don't really see it. But in terms of vibe, I kind of see it. Let me know if you agree. So that was Decorating Sense. My name is Sherlock Holmes. And you know what? This is a fun show to put on. I quite enjoy it. It's pretty low stakes, besides the person whose house got renovated, but you know what? That's really not my problem. They're just having a good time.
Wow.
If they're having fun, I'm having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to listen to my new song, Perfect Fantasy. It's a city pop song. It's out now. It's in the description. Make sure to add it to your playlists, everything, whatever. Follow me on Instagram at @itsGabiBelle. And I have some pictures to buy. Bye-bye.